King Charles's health alert, guys. Palace issues urgent statement amid all the chaos with his feud with his son. But most importantly, the statement was about that red bloody shot eye. Oh my God, it looks terrible. I don't know what's going on. Breaking news from Buckingham Palace, and it has the world talking. An urgent health statement has just been released concerning King Charles, sparking worry and speculation. But the timing couldn't be more intense because this news comes in the midst of a long brewing family feud between the monarch and his younger son, Prince Harry. So, what exactly is happening with King Charles? Is this just a minor health scare or something far more serious? And how does Prince Harry factor into all of this? Well, let's talk about it. So Buckingham Palace confirmed that King Charles has suffered a burst blood vessel in his right eye, resulting in a visibly bloodshot appearance. Photos taken during the King's state meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron revealed the unsettling red eye, which quickly fueled public speculation. In a rare move, the palace issued a statement clarifying His Majesty developed the burst blood vessel overnight. It is not related to his ongoing cancer treatment. While the palace insists there is no reason for concern, the urgency of the announcement and the timing of the health update suggest there is more beneath the surface. Because there are liars, they love to tell lies. That does not seem like a blood vessel burst. It looks horrible. It looks like something else is going on. And people are urging charge because we don't know what is going on because they're not going to tell us. But something does not seem right. So a royal family, guys, still divided. And we know the other day they were talking about his funeral plans and how Harry and Meghan and the children are at the heart of those plans. And I'm like, Charles, they're alive now. You're alive now. If you want to make amends, go and make amends. Don't wait until you're no longer on this earth. Make amends. Make it right. You're supposed to be the head of the church, but yet still you're putting up with this BS. Yet still you're putting up with this smear campaign against your son when your time seems maybe limited. We don't know, but something is going on. You look frail sometimes. Something is happening. You need to make it right with your child, because if not, we don't even know what's going to happen, but let's not go there. This announcement comes as the rift between King Charles and Prince Harry remains deeper than ever. Since stepping back from royal duties in 2020, Harry has exposed emotional scars and secrets about the inner workings of the firm. From Spare to the Oprah interview and beyond. Rightly so, Harry. You talk about it. You don't let anybody tell you not to feel how you want to feel. And you have every right to speak about what has been going on. They praise whistleblowers all the time. But why is it that everybody is so up in arms when you talk about what was going on behind closed doors? It needs to be out there. And I'm so happy you make it be known what was going on, what they were doing to Meghan, how they were treating her, how they were bullying Meghan. And up to now, they have not apologized, which they need to do. So yes, I'm so happy. Reconciliation efforts have stalled. Remember, he took away Prince Harry's security. He took away his home. He took away so many things from Harry because he wanted Harry to come back begging. And that is never going to happen. So let it be stalled. But he's on his way out. And if he's not careful, he will not reconcile with his son. And he should be the bigger person because they know they did Harry and Meghan wrong. They know they are the one that was spiteful in this situation. And that's the reason why everything got escalated so much to the point maybe of no return. But Charles was able, when he was growing up, to write a book and talk about how his mom was cruel and blah, blah, blah. But he wants to punish Harry because Harry came out and spoke his truth, and spoke about what actually happened and gave his side of the story. The media love to twist and turn as if, oh, Harry should apologize and Harry should do this. No, no, no. It's the other way around. Harry cannot trust the royals. The royals are not trustworthy because they leak like a running pipe. They leak everything to the press, and that is why things have escalated so badly. They do not know how to take care of their own, and that is why trust has eroded on Harry's and Meghan's side. I don't care about the royal because they are the one that instigated this hate campaign, this mob on Harry and Meghan. They are the one that's to be blamed. And now we're seeing visible signs of Charles deteriorating, and yet still he's still so proud, so hell-bent on not making things right with his son before, God forbid, he's no longer with us. And you're telling me that we're supposed to feel sorry and we're supposed to whatever when he has so much hatred in his heart, so much pent-up anger in his heart that he's not willing to forgive, but his mother was able to forgive him when he wrote his book? Hell no. That's not how life works. Harry and Meghan do not trust the royals. They are not trustworthy, right? Harry and Meghan were reportedly excluded from key royal gatherings and have had limited communication with the monarch. Now, as the king faces health concerns, some hoped this would bring the family back together. But so far, no word of private visits, no joint statements, not even a symbolic olive branch. Let him stay. When your heart is bitter, let you rot in it. If you have to go out, you're talking about funeral plans, go and set your life straight before you have to leave this earth. Don't make any funeral plans. Deal with what is on earth right now. God give you one life to live, and if you can make it better with your son before you go, then make it better. If you want to keep up the charade and the ridiculousness and listen to the press, that's on you. You have to go with that. That's on you. So King Charles is no stranger to public scrutiny, but this year has tested his strength. So we're talking about a king under pressure. After waiting for 70 odd years to go on that throne, he can't seem to have a good night. He can't seem to be in peace. He might come out and pretend that everything is hunky-dory, but we know it is not. On top of a recent cancer diagnosis, ongoing constitutional responsibilities, and strained family ties, he now faces growing questions about his fitness to rule. Despite all this, the palace emphasized that the king remains committed to his royal duties, calling him resilient and focused. But public appearances, like his red-eye meeting with Macron, are prompting concern. It looks bad, guys. Is the king pushing himself too hard? Because you know, stress can cause blood vessels to burst. Is he under stress? We don't know. He has people that's in his ear that is not maybe good for him. And let me tell you, so when you have built up anger, it does nothing for you. You might think you're hurting Harry or Meghan. You're not hurting them. If you look at Harry and Meghan, they look at peace. Their skin is beautiful. They're drinking their water. You can see that they're enjoying their vitamin D's out in the sun, just having fun. Look at Charles and the other royals. They look wrinkled. They look like something is seriously going on inside. And they always say whatever shows on the happening on the inside normally shows on the outside. So is he stressed out? Is he pushing himself too hard? Or is the palace trying to project stability, even as things unravel behind closed doors? And we know they're not getting a lot of love out there. A lot of people are not interested in them. It's starting to unravel. It has unraveled. From the Queen left, from Princess Diana left, from Harry and Meghan left, that palace is on the decline. We know that. There's no real focus. Whenever the king's health is in the spotlight, the same question follows. Will Harry come home? So far, there's been no indication that Prince Harry plans to return to the UK, and Harry, leave them alone. Let them stay. Let them stay in their bitterness, their rottenness. You just stay out of it. You live your life. Sometimes you have to leave. You have to cut ties. You have to cut the neighbor's string. Cut it, Harry. Leave them alone. Let them be. Let them deal with their health issue. Because the time when you went over there to show your respect, he did not even give you 40 minutes of his time. And that was all sprawled out in the paper as if he didn't care about you and it was a joke. Let them laugh. Let them continue being vindictive. That's on them. You are healed. I can see you are healed, Harry. And I'm so happy you spoke what happened to you. You spoke your truth, and that's great. Insiders say that while he remains concerned for his father's health, he's also cautious. Burned too many times by toxic palace leaks and tabloid setup, Harry's last trip to the UK was brief and tense. He reportedly wasn't invited to stay in any royal residence, and conversations with his father were limited and formal. So why waste your time, Harry? Why bother with these people that have no regard, no respect for you and your time? They use it as it's a play. You know, like when you see the chicken fighting and like bickering against each other. They're taking you for granted. They're taking your kindness for weakness. Don't let them take your kindness and your sweetness for weakness. Push back. Let them know that I've had enough. I'm not going to let you guys use me anymore. Your scapegoat is done with. Your nice guy is done with. Move on, Harry. Let them wallow in their self-pity. Let them wallow in their hatredness. Let them wallow in their bitterness. You leave them. You move on. In other words, no signs of thawing. Even a major health scare doesn't appear to be enough to close the distance between the father and son. It's on Charles. Charles is a bigger person. Let him close the gap if he wants to close the gap. He still have time. He's not gone from this earth. If he wants to close the gap with his son, let him do it. If he doesn't, that's on him. That's on you, my dear. Nobody can force you. But don't go a bitter person. That's all I'm going to say. What does this mean for the monarchy? With Charles facing health challenges and the next generation of royals embroiled in scandals and silence, many may be wondering, or many are wondering, what happens next for the monarchy. The king's ongoing feud with Harry has fractured public opinion. While older generations support the firm, younger and international audiences increasingly side with Harry and Meghan. You can see the movement. You can see on their social media platform, Harry and Meghan get a lot more engagement than William, Kate, even though they're young too. William, Kate, Charles, and Camilla will ever get. They can only dream, right? The firm's refusal to repair this divide, even in the face of illness, is feeding a perception that this is a cold, outdated institution unwilling to evolve. You hear this? A cold, outdated institution unwilling to evolve. What the monarchy does next may define its future. An urgent statement. They had to clarify or tell people what's going on. A fractured family, a king under pressure, and a son still on the outside. As King Charles faces this latest health alert, many are asking, will this be the moment that finally brings Harry and his father back together? A bloodshot I will not. If cancer did not, if near death did not, this will not. And that's on Charles and the royal family. Let them wallow in their hatred. Leave them alone. Sometimes you have to leave people and break away from people for your whole own mental health, for your own sanity. Break away from them. Or is the silence between them more permanent than ever. Only time will tell. Until then, thanks for watching Global Sussex. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Should Harry go home? No. Or has the damage already been done? It is on the royal family, not on Harry. So I say, Harry, you stay put, stay in your peace, wallow in your peace, enjoy your freedom, enjoy your peace, enjoy your, removing all those toxic people and toxic environment from your system. Just stay. Let them wallow in their self-hatred, their self-pity, their regurgitating the past, bringing up this that's not necessary, bringing up the Queen's memory, using it to taint Meghan as if they think that Meghan is affected. Meghan is actually unbothered, unfazed, and has moved on with her life, building her empire. And with the grace of God, she will become a billionaire. She will be able to pay for her family and make sure that her family is never in want and coming back to you guys for scraps, because that is what you want, and that will never happen, not with the ability that she has. So yes, guys, that's what I wanted to bring you. Bye.